This is my first signpost. Welcome to TomorrowToday Signpost, and my colleague Graham Coddington would have explained some of the thinking behind our signposts, essentially capturing short insights, especially as we're on the road so often and do a lot of traveling, and it might be a sign we see, an incident we observe, or something that sparks a thought that we'd like to share with you to enhance your thinking in certain areas. I've always been a collector of quotes, and one of the recent quotes I came across was by Abraham Lincoln. Some of you might have seen the film Lincoln. An amazing man, an amazing leader in many respects, and somebody who led through one of the most turbulent and difficult times in American history. The occasion was in 1861. Abraham Lincoln was speaking to the American Congress. It was December. It was a year into the Civil War. He had lost a child. It was a difficult time for him. And in the context that I've just depicted, Lincoln stood up and said this to the American Congress and the American people. "The dogmas of the quiet past are inadequate for the stormy present. The occasion is piled high with difficulty, and we must rise with the occasion. As the situation is new, so we must think anew, and we must act anew. We must disenthrall ourselves if we are to save our nation." I think those words are as relevant today for many business leaders as they were back then to the American people. Essentially, if we are to successfully navigate the future world of work, we must learn not to be entrapped by our dogmas of the past, by the things that keep us from experimenting, from exploring, from navigating the new world of work. We know the occasion is piled high with difficulty, and it's not going to get any easier. In fact, Peter Drucker said that turbulence is not the challenge, it's the use of yesterday's logic in the turbulence. And certainly our message in Tomorrow Today to you is, well, you'd better get used to flying in turbulence. That is the new operating norm. We must learn to think anew and act anew, and of course this is a lot of the work that Tomorrow Today does. And it's easier saying than doing when it comes to rethinking and unlearning and relearning. And then finally, Lincoln's wonderful use of that word, disenthrall. We must disenthrall ourselves. And that means letting go of the past that we affectionately hold on to. I think that's a wonderful quote and a wonderful reminder to leaders everywhere about what the future challenges of leadership are going to entail. So are you the kind of leader that perhaps will be willing to not be entrapped by the dogmas, recognize the new operating norm, which is turbulence, be prepared to learn, unlearn, and relearn, and ultimately disenthrall yourselves. Let go of things that have worked well for you, because the chances are they won't work well going forward. Thank you.